Here we can see Python network programming concepts. What is this network programming or socket programming? Socket programming is a way of connecting two nodes on a computer so that they can communicate with each other. In socket programming, there will be one socket or a node that listens on a particular port at an IP. There will be other sockets which will try to reach out to others so that they can form a connection. Server forms a listener socket while clients will always try to reach out to the server. So server is considered as a socket which will be always in a listen mode and client will try to make some connection with the server. They are the real backbones behind web browsing. In simple terms, there is a server and a client, and we can establish a connection between the server and client. Socket programming is started by importing socket library in Python and making a simple socket. Python network programming. Python provides two levels of access to network services. At a low level, you can access the basic socket support in the underlying operating system, which allows you to implement clients and servers in both connection-oriented and connection-less method. Python also has libraries that support high-level access to application-level network protocols such as FTP, HTTP, and so on. So Python provides these two levels of access to network services. In the low level, a simple client-server architecture can be implemented, and in high level, we can specify network protocol or we can provide access to network protocols like FTP, HTTP, and so there's a figure showing a simple client-server communication on Python. For this, on server side, there will be a Python socket application, and this server will be always in a listening mode, and clients will try to get connection with servers. Once this link is established, they can communicate with each other. So what is socket? Sockets are the endpoints of a bidirectional communication channel. In case of communication channel, at both ends there should be some endpoint. Those endpoints are sockets. Sockets may communicate within a process or it may communicate between processes on the same machine, or it may communicate between processes on different continents or different machines. Sockets may be implemented over a number of different channel types such as Unix domain sockets, TCP, UDP, etc. The socket library in Python provides specific classes for handling the common transports as well as generic interfaces for handling socket programming or network programming. So we need to understand few terms and their description before getting into socket programming. What term is domain? Domain is the family of protocols that is used as transport mechanism. Their values are constants like AF underscore INET, PF underscore INET, PF underscore Unix, PF underscore X25. These are based on the protocols used. The next term is type. The type of communication between two endpoints, that is, if they are using some connection oriented protocols or connection less protocol, In case of connection-oriented protocol, the value of type can be sock underscore stream. In case of connection-less service or connection-less protocol, the value of type can be sock underscore dgram. Dgram stands for datagram. Protocol, typically 0. This may be used to identify a variety of protocol within a domain and type. Host name, this is an identifier of a network interface. It can be a string or a dotted quad address or an IP version 6 address and colon. A string which can be specified and INADDR underscore broadcast address. A zero-length string which specifies INADDR underscore any or an integer interpreted as a binary address in host byte order. Another term to be known as port. Each server listens for clients calling on one or more ports. A port may be a fixed port number or a string containing port number or name of a service like FTP, HTTP, etc. The socket module can be created in Python using the function socket function of the library socket. So you have to use the method socket.socket to create a socket. Its syntax is like this: socket.socket, which contains 3 parameters. The first parameter is a socket family. Second parameter is a socket type. Third parameter is protocol, which is by default 0. Socket family can be either like AF underscore Unix or AF underscore INET. Socket type can be either a connection oriented protocol or connectionless protocol. Based on the protocol, its value can be sock underscore stream or sock underscore dgram. Once the socket object has been created, or once you call the socket method, it will automatically create a socket object. Then this socket object can be used, and it can be used to create client server programs. Some server socket methods are bind, listen, and accept. Bind method binds addresses to the socket. Its parameters are host name and a port number pair. Listen method sets up and starts a TCP listener. The argument specifies maximum number of queued connections and should be at least 1. The maximum value is system dependent, that is maximum number of queued connections is system dependent, but usually the value is 5. As accept method is used to accept TCP client connection or waiting until the connection arrives. The socket must be bound to an address and listening for connections. The return value of this accept method is a pair, connection, address, where CONN is a new socket object that is usable to send and receive data on the connection. And address is an address bound to the socket on the other end of connection. So these 3 are important server socket methods. And not to create client socket, we use the method connect. This method actively initiates a TCP server. General socket methods are RECV and send. These methods are used to transmit or receive message. RECV message receives a TCP message, whereas send method transmits a TCP message. So these two socket methods are used to either send a message or receive a message. There are few other methods. RECV from, which receives UDP message, and send to, which is used to transmit UDP message. That is, in case of connectionless service, UDP messages are sent and received. And close method is used to close this socket. Get host name will return the name of the host. Now we will see an example of how to establish a client-server communication using these methods. For that, we had to import the package socket. Once you import the package socket, you can use method. First, we call the method socket.socket so that we are creating a socket object. Then you can get the host name of the local machine by using the method socket.getHostName. Port number is assigned as 12345. So this server will be listening to this port. Once the host name and port number is known, we can bind this address. For that, the socket object is s.bind. The first parameter should be the host name and second parameter should be the port number. With this, we can bind this connection address. Then we can wait for a client to get connected. So that server is in the waiting stage s.listen of 5. So here the server is waiting for 5 clients to get connected. Number of connections can be 5 in this case. So it's an infinite loop, that is, it is waiting till a client is getting connected and some data is being transmitted. So if some client tries to establish connection, s.accept method will help to establish the connection. It returns 2 values as told earlier. That is, got connection from whom? Client's address. Then we are sending some information to the client. That is, thank you for connecting. We are sending this information through the channel by which the client and server is connected. Once the client data is sent to client, this socket connection can be closed. For that, we are calling the method c.close. So this C and ADDR gets a value only when some client tries to get connection with the server, or when some connection is established between a client and a server. So this is just server module. With this module, this program can't be executed. We need a client part. The client part, again, we need to import the package socket. We need to create a socket object. And again, we need to know the local machine name. And the port number where the server is listening is 12345. Same port number we had to use. Now we are asking the client to connect to the server with the host name is this and the port number is this. Once this statement is executed, a socket connection is established between client and server. Once this connection is established, the server will send some data to client. That data can be received using the method RECV method. And the received message will be printed using the print statement. After that, we can close this communication. S.close will close the socket. So, what will be the output of this program? The output will be, we have got some connection. And what message is printed? Thank you for connecting. Got connection from this message is printed as a part of server execution. Thank you for connection is executed as a part of this print statement. So this is a simple example showing how a client server architecture can be implemented using socket module and pipe. Thank you.